Each and every day in the city of Keego Harbor, you have an opportunity to take an escape and go out to City Hall and visit Sortor Park. Get engulfed in nature, a nice quiet environment that gets you away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Soon, that place will become a Winter Wonderland as they convert the Sortor Park and its iconic gazebo into a winter festival for the holiday season, and a great place for everyone to gather with their families and with their friends in the heart of the lakes. Joining us for more information on the big celebration that kicks it all off is Leslie Clark from Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation. Leslie, thank you so much for your time today.
Hi, Tyler. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Good.
Glad to have you on to talk about this too, because this is a relatively newer tradition in Keego Harbor, but got rave reviews in the past couple of years as you've turned the back area of Keego Harbor City Hall, or Sortor Park, into a Winter Wonderland. Take us back to the beginning of this and where this idea sort of came from to turn that park into something special for the holiday season.
That's a great picture from last year. That's very nice. We used to have a big event inside the Department of Public Works warehouse, and it was a Santa event, and we transformed the inside of that building throughout the cop cars and the backhoes, and just lit it all up, and it was mayhem. It was a lot of fun, and then COVID hit, so we didn't do anything in 2020, and in 2021 we decided to move it outdoors and make it last all month. So we started with all the leftover light strings from inside DPW and just used our imagination and lit up the park. And we've made it a little bigger and fancier and more stable every year. This is our 4th year. And we leave it up all month. But for the kickoff, we just have a 1-hour get together with heat and light and giving. That's the theme for the season. So it's kind of an all-inclusive event. And we needed light, we needed heat, and we partnered with the Open Door, that's called, Open Door Outreach organization. They're over on Cooley Lake Road, and I know they support a lot of our residents. And so we take food donations and we give out gifts. So this Friday. It's only from 6 to 7. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it's really cold. But 6 to 7, there's a blast at the park. We turn on the lights, we cook hot dogs, we make s'mores, there's music, there's gifts for the kids. The West Bloomfield Public Library comes with their community outreach organization. Emily comes, she'll have a takeaway home project craft to give out to all the kids. I have to say, this is set up by volunteers.
Yeah.
So this might not be the spectacle that you'll see in some bigger communities, but it's big for Keego Harbor. It's really pretty. You can catch a glimpse of it when you drive by Cass Lake Road off in the distance. Take a detour, drive around the block, turn up Schroeder in front of Gino's and just drive around the block, and you'll want to go around again. It looks so pretty.
Yeah, it does.
And people walk their dogs there every night too. So it's open dusk to dawn. It's lit up.
It's a really fantastic display, and it's there every year. As you said, you keep it up really through the end of the holiday season and into the new year before those lights ultimately get taken back down. But what you said was a really good point. It's ran by volunteers. It's a relatively short event to kick it all off, but what's important about it is it brings people together in Keego Harbor in a season where, look, it's easy for us to say it's cold outside. I don't want to get out and about. I don't want to walk around the community. I'm going to stay inside for a few months, and I'll see you all in March or April.
Spring,
so
right?
what does that add to something like this, to get people together as we get ready for the busy holiday season and give them an opportunity to maybe meet some people and have some fun even in the cold weather?
People enjoy it. This is Keego Harbor. So if we have 50 to 75 people come to one of our events, we're delighted. And we do that even when it's cold and raining, they show up. And last year we gave out those foam light sticks.
Yeah.
Kids love them. They become part of the display. When they're running around that path around the pond, you're standing over at the gazebo and they become part of the display. It's just really sweet. There's music, there's s'mores. You can make your own s'mores. There's hot chocolate from Tim Hortons. So people just seem to really enjoy standing around and visiting and watching the kids run around the path. And I'll tell you, I'm there every night checking for lights out and that kind of thing. And there's always somebody there. Every night there's somebody there, and they're just so pleased to take that. It's only a 900-foot walk around that pond, and they just love it. So we're looking forward to it again this year.
It's a fantastic way to get people together, to get the kids out there too and have some fun in the city of Keego Harbor, but also brings a certain light to the town also, because while it's a very vibrant community that does find its way to stay together and find new ways to engage with one another all throughout the year, as we said, it can be really tough in the winter to do that and get outdoors and enjoy the beauty of the community. So as you talk about the light displays, and you maintain them, others in Parks and Rec will maintain them over the course of the month of December, what goes into the design of it? Because we saw some of those pictures. This is not some simple, we're hanging lights around the gazebo and we're calling it a night. These are pretty elaborate and pretty creative.
Well, thank you, because that was me. That's me with my Google Maps and the real wheelie stick that you run around and you measure and you try to make
Oh, yeah.
reality match up with the light strings you have on hand, which come in various lengths. And a few break down every year, and we buy a few more. We're trying to make it simpler to install and maintain, but it's still just a lot of work. And sometimes it's really cold, but we have hand warmers, we keep it going. And as we make it simpler to stand up and take down, it'll be less work. But I think it's pretty. I haven't seen all the light displays in the world, but we've got arches. If you can walk under lit arches, if you can see them from, a couple blocks away, it's nice. It's low cost. It's just work.
But it's ultimately bringing an attraction to the city of Keego Harbor. It gets people out and about and exploring their community, and others seeing a little bit of what's so special about the heart of the lakes. Leslie Clark is with us from Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation. Their Winter Wonderland Park officially launches on Friday, December 6th. You can join them out at Sortor Park, just behind Keego Harbor City Hall, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. for that special celebration. Leslie, you mentioned it earlier on. It's not just a celebration of the winter holiday season. It's also a way for the community to give back even to some of their neighbors with donations to Open Door Outreach Center. You mentioned it. Many people in Keego Harbor do tap into these resources that are vital. They provide food and other necessities at this time of the year. And in past years, I know that these donations haven't just been accepted on a Wonderland Park night, but also beyond that. What's going to be the timeline for those donations in 2024?
That's the same this year. There will be a box at City Hall's, at the front door of City Hall, and it'll be emptied nightly or daily by the City Hall staff. And Parks and Rec volunteers take those things over to Open Door Outreach. So you can drop off things anytime during the month of December, and they will be well received by your neighbors.
And that's another great way to give back and to help people in your community right here in Greater West Bloomfield, in the city of Keego Harbor and beyond. A great way to extend the love from in the heart of the lakes to out to neighboring communities as well. Leslie Clark is with us from Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation as we get ready for the Winter Wonderland Park kicking off this Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. Leslie, before we let you go, anything else that people should know or maybe be looking forward to with this celebration of the holiday season?
Well, we have hot dogs and we have not dogs. And we have vegan marshmallows for those who prefer them, I hear. And if you don't want to cook your own, Chef Paul will be manning the grill and will cook them for you. So come see us on Friday.
It'll be a fantastic celebration. If you don't have a chance to get out there on Friday, you'll have a few weeks to enjoy it, as well as those lights will be on anytime, really, it gets dark in the heart of the lakes. Always some light left at Sortor Park. Leslie, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Tyler.